Hello, everybody, and welcome to this brief presentation about Comparative Literature program at the University of Glasgow. My name is Mirna Šolić, and I'm Comparative Literature Program Director, and I'm very happy to be with you today and talk about what we have to offer. So what is comparative literature? Comparative literature is a discipline which introduces a mode of reading literary and cultural texts. It addresses a variety of questions to literary and cinematic works created in different cultures and at different times. In practice, this, for instance, means that we will select a work written by Jane Austen or William Shakespeare, and then we will analyze it in comparison maybe to a similar or different work from Brazilian context, Russian context, maybe as a cinematic adaptation in a German film and so on. So we'll be looking at everything in comparison and not in isolation. If you are wondering if comparative literature is for you, then the very simple answer is if you like traveling and reading and you are passionate about studying languages and also learning about different cultures, then comparative literature is definitely for you, and we are looking forward to have you working with us here at Glasgow. And why comparative literature? Because it often covers literary texts such as novels, stories, poems, but also films and even photography. And when it comes to literature and film, they are created in foreign languages and then translated into English. So one of the frequently asked questions is if you are supposed to speak a foreign language before you join us. And the short answer is no, but you are very welcome to learn a language. And indeed, many of our students like reading from works from other cultures so much that they actually go on and they learn languages as they study comparative literature. So it is also beneficial for language learning. Comparative literature compares one country's literature or culture with another by looking at common themes and ideas that shape us and the world around us. For example, our courses consider the depiction of heroic men and heroic women across time and different cultures. If we go back to our example of William Shakespeare or Jane Austen, then perhaps you will be analyzing the topic of heroic men or heroic women in one of their works in comparison, of course, to works coming from different cultures and different time periods as well. And as I already mentioned, it is not only about literature, we do film as well, we do photography, we do visual arts in general. So it's going to be very challenging and a very adventurous journey of studying comparative literature with us. Comparative literature complements the study of languages because it makes one realize how a particular language and its cultures fit within a broader global context. It also makes one more aware of how one linguistic and cultural tradition intertwines with others. It shows what various cultures have in common and how they differ, and such comparisons make us more aware of our own traditions, benefits, limitations, biases, and opportunities ahead. So the question always is, what do we learn about ourselves when we learn about others, and which comparisons we can make? Thinking comparatively makes us more respectful of numerous differences we encounter in our daily life, and this is very important when it comes to transferable skills to something that you will take with you once you finish studying with us. When it comes to level one courses focus on the theme of heroism. So we'll be studying the course called Heroic Men, Heroic Women, and Heroism Across Times and Cultures. The theme of heroism is very broad, and within this theme, we will be comparing books and films focusing on heroism, asking questions such as what shapes heroic men and women in various cultures? What makes them heroic? How do heroic men and women differ? Does the gender of the person matter? And if it does, how? In what ways? We also ask questions about anti-heroic behavior and what defines it. Is it possible that what is heroic to some will be anti-heroic to others? And who and what decides these matters? Our level 2 courses focus on the theme of frontiers. So there are two courses. One is called Crossing Borders and another Exploring Identity. And then there is also Introduction to Literary Criticism and Theory, which is a requirement if you decide to go with us and join us at the honors level in years 3 and years 4. So Crossing Borders is really about geographical, scientific, political, psychological, social, cultural, and gender-orientated themes covering different kinds of transgressions. We focus on the human motivations behind and the consequences of various crossings. as well as the explorations of otherness, secrets, mysteries, and taboos. So take again as an example William Shakespeare or Jane Austen, and try to imagine that you are discussing their work within the themes of different crossings that appear in their work and that are translatable elsewhere. The theme of frontiers, again, exploring identity. So we will analyze various literary and cinematic depictions of the human search for identity and the meaning of self. We address questions regarding individual and collective identities, the role of historical and cultural traditions, the functions of social constraints and political limitations pertinent to different cultures and families' traditions. And the key questions we address in the course are: who are we? What and who shapes us and how? And in essence, these are the questions which are usually asked in literary texts and also in films and across artistic practices. So they really do matter for everyday life as well. As I mentioned, those of you who will decide to join us at the honors level will then be required to take Introduction to Literary Criticism and Theory. This course introduces students to key concepts in literary theory, such as narrative theory, rhetorical analysis, trauma theory, gender and sexuality, and ideology. These are all exemplified and contextualized by a range of short texts to be read in English or in translation. Overall, the course will provide a grounding in approaches to reading to prepare you for more in-depth courses at honors level. So when it comes to honors, you'll be supposed to take two core options, one in year 3, another one in year 4. These are intercultural readings and theories of reading. In intercultural readings, again, we'll be comparing different texts in different contexts across different time periods as well. And we will also add the relationship between human and the so-called modern human world, which basically means human and natural world as well. So not just different cultures, but cultures and nature. In theories of reading, you will expand on the theoretical concepts introduced in the previous year. You will build more knowledge into how to read a literary text or a film while taking into consideration literary theories such as, again, about ideologies, identity, trauma, sexual and gender studies, and so on. And we also have a variety of really exciting options at honors level, and this is just a very, very small selection. So you can see that they are all quite different, focusing on different aspects, such as narrating the city is about representations of city space across different literatures and also films. Comparative book history is the new course for 2000 and for the next academic year. The Everyday in Film Photography and Literature is again a course which will involve a lot of visual material, which will make us think about everyday life and how to represent it, how to talk about it. What is human, humans, animals, and machines? Again, transgressions, frontiers between human and other than human, so to say, aspects. Collecting, archiving, and exhibiting, again, one really exciting course connecting visual arts, museum studies, and literature, and migration and displacement on screen, which is basically about how we represent otherness in film and photography as well. And there is much, much more, a lot of other different courses at comparative literature honors level in the School of Modern Languages and Cultures and the College of Arts and Humanities, which you'll be able to take. So why comparative literature in Glasgow or at the University of Glasgow? Simply because it is informed by research-led teaching and also disciplines or expertise coming from a variety of disciplines. It is also, when it comes to assessment, it offers a mixture of traditional and innovative assessment. So you'll be writing traditional academic essays about literature and film, but you will also be producing blogs and podcasts. And this is because we really want to equip you for the world beyond the university, that once when you start your working life in your careers, then you will be able to work in different genres and using different representational techniques. We also do listen to student feedback, so we always shape the assessment and our courses based on what you tell us worked well and what you think it didn't really work well in previous years. So we do listen to students as well. The University of Glasgow is also located in a city which is famous for its art scene, music and film festivals and venues. It was the UK's top cultural and creative city in 2019, and it continues to be so. So it's a perfect place to study literature and culture and to be exposed as well to different cultures because it's very multicultural, very diverse, and very friendly. You can also join more than 300 student societies to make connections, explore, and deepen your interests and passion for learning and discovery. You can also find a part-time job or paid internship with help of our Student Opportunities Hub and also by talking to us. And I would also like to mention global experiences because as a student at honors level, you will be able to go to our partner institution and spend a year abroad, or so that means a full year or half a year at any partner institution across the world, where you will have again an opportunity to study comparative literature in novel and exciting ways. Thank you very much for being with us today, and I'm looking forward to working with you. Thank you for listening.